flying into the Iowa State Fair on a private helicopter. Donald Trump, major contender for the Republican nomination for U.S. President, was asked a question by 9-year-old William. "Mr. Trump, are you Batman?" Confirming how Donald Trump sees himself, replied, "I am Batman." He actually used the lower octave. Real Clear Politics, updated daily, reports 30% of Republicans say they will vote for him in the upcoming election, more than any other Republican candidate. While Donald Trump's consistent and long-term success may be strange to many, we have to remember for a large portion of GOP and Tea Party voters, his rhetoric is appealing. Joseph Boge, psychotherapist and author of The Narcissist You Know, explains, when frightened by fears at home or abroad, people gravitate to the strongman who promises to vanquish their fears. The archetypal nature of Trump's campaign narrative begs further analysis. Much like a hero quenches the fears of the public, the political climate of fear and paranoia is solved for by Trump's divisive rhetoric. Since Trump is uncompromising, it prompts the research question: how do archetypes influence political rhetoric? To answer, we turn to Robert Terrell's Put on a Happy Face, Batman the Schizophrenic Savior, published in the August 1993 Quarterly Journal of Speech. Terrell heroically answers the call. Because of the rhetorical parallels between how we interact with Jungian archetypes in film and in politics, Terrell focuses on the integration of the hero archetype as a prescription for society. The hero, in this case Donald Trump, emerging because of the unique American thirst for political revolution and society with a pestilence for fear, calling him into action. To better comprehend the emergence of the potential Donald Trump hero archetype and his political appeal, we will first explore Terrell's model, apply it to Trump's campaign, before finally drawing critical implications. Terrell continues, film analysis offers insight into the relationship between the film and the viewer, or the source of rhetoric and its audience. Batman influences those in the movie theater much like Donald Trump influences those in the American public. Terrell outlines 3 tenets for Hero's Quest, requiring Jungian archetypal metaphors: the necessity for a Gotham City, Joker, and Batman. First, Gotham City as the human psyche. A society such as Gotham is fixated on the conscious, surface aspects of reality, an excessive attention to the aesthetic. Gotham is a darker reflection of society, obsessed with public appearance. Second, the Joker is a projection from Gotham City ascribes all evil to and seeks to end, both individually and collectively, also as the enemy, the personification of evil. The Joker is a representation of the devil or fiend. Third, Batman is the unbalanced savior. Batman represents both light and dark, where the darker part, Batman, is more powerful than the lighter part, Wayne. The split in Batman's psyche mirrors that of the split within the city psyche, separate but contained within himself. Because this represents a unity of opposites, the totality of human experience, they are often perceived as the savior or hero. With an understanding of Terrell's model, we can now apply it to Trump's campaign. To understand Trump as a rhetorical artifact, we must analyze its 3 components: Trump's audience, Trump's opponents, and Trump himself. First, when placed over Trump's audience, the American public becomes Gotham City. Donald Trump's unedited personality is entertaining. His looseness in language resembles that of neighborly banter or water cooler talk. His cult of personality bolsters his existence, says Jennifer Garcia, an expert in American political discourse from the Texas A&M University, in a December 5th, 2015 interview. Trump's appearance and name functions as a rhetorical distractor to keep voters fixated on his image and persona rather than the details of his policies. The U.S. public is reflecting a society obsessed with public appearance, and Donald Trump quenches our obsession with the aesthetic, filling our first tenet. Second, in the context of Trump's presidential run, the Joker is our political system. Trump constantly demonizes the establishment in all it represents, like Hillary Clinton, Jeb Bush, and long-term Senator Bernie Sanders, by creating a we versus them dichotomy. They, the establishment, are evil, and we need a candidate who can alleviate the threat, explains Matt Moyle, a political psychologist from the University of Illinois at Chicago in a December 6, 2015 interview. Trump sells power. We need to build a wall on the Mexican border. Not I, but we. The void of irrational fear about what's in our borders and outside creates a space for Trump to become the unifying savior, fighting against the political system, the Joker, the establishment, fulfilling our second tenet. Third, Donald Trump exemplifies the split within Batman. At a New Hampshire rally in December, Trump stated, "Something bad is going on. Something really dangerous is going on here," in an attempt to cast suspicions on Muslims. The New York Times, January 22nd, 2016, argues the dark power of words has become a defining feature in Trump's bid for the White House, relying on potent language to connect with voters, stoking fears such as border control, ISIS, and gun control. The lighter side of Trump, let's make America great again, versus the darker side of Trump, deport all immigrants, replicating the split in Batman, fulfilling our final tenet. Now we can return to our research question. How do archetypes influence political rhetoric? The use of archetypes in political discourse are a result of public ascription. Trump's audience has pushed Trump to become the savior of the political process, evident in his rhetoric. Trump responds by demonizing the establishment, utilizing villain and savior archetypes palatable to the wider public, revealing two implications: the Batmanification of America and the effects of demagogue rhetoric. First, the prolific rise of Donald Trump reveals the extended time we spent focusing on political aesthetics, stuck in virtual reality. Donald Trump's crass image continues to generate entertainment both in the media and with voters, causing the Batmanification of America. Furthermore, The Atlantic, February 2nd, 2016, notes scholar Jean Beauregard's text, "Simulacra Simulation. When we think we understand reality, we have merely created a falsehood, a simulacrum, allowing us to operate in a hyper-real political system where entertainment is valorized over substance. This influences the entire political audience, as Trump's archetypal heroistic narrative creates a simulation that our system is in crisis." YouTube stars Rochelle and Lynette confided to the Huffington Post January 22nd, 2016, "That's why we look at Trump. He can fix this economic mess." When voters buy into the notion that the system needs to be saved, it creates a void for Trump to fill. Much like Batman exists to fight the Joker, Donald Trump has created a Gotham City to reside in, equipped with his own Joker, the political system, to fight against. The rhetorical path Trump is using has created a rhetorical space that justifies his existence, demanding a reawakening of civic engagement. Second, the archetypal language of Trump's campaign is transforming from Batmanification to outright demagoguery. The New York Times analyzed Trump's utterances from 1 week in December of 2015. 95,000 words demonstrated Trump has the same appeals as some demagogues of the last century. Michael Kazin, historian at Georgetown University, elaborates in a personal interview, February 6, 2016, his campaign is run like a demagogue's, utilizing his language of division. Demagogues like Lindbergh, McCarthy, even Adolf Hitler flourished by tapping into the fears and grievances of its citizens. Vox, February 9, 2016, furthers, like the revisionist attempts by the Germans to claim they didn't fight against Hitler, history proves otherwise. When Chris Christie aggressively attacks Marco Rubio in the most recent Republican debate, and not Donald Trump, a historical parallel is drawn, allowing for Trump's continued rhetorical existence. The subsequent effects of his demagogue rhetoric is creating a political echo chamber, allowing Trump to affirm himself with no one to stand against him. Donald Trump is running for president. After exploring Terrell's model, applying it to Trump's campaign, and drawing implications, the fact that he has made it thus far says a lot about the American people. And as 9-year-old William exclaims to the CNN August 17, 2015, "The best moment of the whole ride was being with Trump. It felt just like a video game."